Verily, sighed the Pharisee as he peered dizzily over the precipice, the uncircumcised are as the sands by the seashore, as the locusts in the wilderness. The valley of the king hath become the valley of Adumin. And yet, added Ben Levi, thou canst not point me out a Philistine, no, not one, from Aleph to Tau, from the wilderness to the battlements, who seemeth any bigger than the letter Jod. Lower away the basket with the shekels of silver, here shouted a Roman soldier, in a hoarse, rough voice which appeared to issue from the regions of Pluto. Lower away the basket with the accursed coin, which it has broken the jaw of a noble Roman to pronounce. Is it thus you evince your gratitude to your master Pompeius, who in his condescension has thought fit to listen to your idolatrous importunities? The god Phoebus, who is a true god, has been charioted for an hour, and were you not to be on the ramparts by sunrise? Oedipole, do you think that we, the conquerors of the world, have nothing better to do than stand waiting by the walls of every kennel to traffic with the dogs of the earth? Lower away, I say, and see that your trumpery be bright in color and just in weight. El Elohim, ejaculated the Pharisee, as the discordant tones of the centurion rattled up the crags of the precipice and fainted away against the temple. El Elohim, who is the god Phoebus, whom doth the blasphemer invoke? Thou, Buzi ben Levi, who art read in the laws of the Gentiles and hast sojourned among them who dabble with the teraphim, is it Nergal of whom the idolater speaketh, or Ashima, or Nibhaz, or Tartak, or Adramelech, or Anamelech, or Succoth Benith, or Dagon, or Belial, or Baal Perith, or Baal Peor, or Baal Zebub? Verily it is neither. But beware how thou lettest the rope slip too rapidly through thy fingers, for should the wickerwork chance to hang on the projection of yonder crag, there will be a woeful outpouring of the holy things of the sanctuary. By the assistance of some rudely constructed machinery, the heavily laden basket was now carefully lowered down among the multitude, and from the giddy pinnacle the Romans were seen gathering confusedly round it, but owing to the vast height and the prevalence of a fog, no distinct view of their operations could be obtained. Half an hour had already elapsed. We shall be too late, sighed the Pharisee, as at the expiration of this period he looked over into the abyss. We shall be too late. We shall be turned out of office by the Catholim. No more, responded Abel Phittim. No more shall we feast upon the fat of the land. No longer shall our beards be odorous with frankincense, our loins girded up with fine linen from the temple. Raka, swore Ben Levi, Raka. Do they mean to defraud us of the purchase money? Or holy Moses, are they weighing the shekels of the tabernacle? They have given the signal at last, cried the Pharisee. They have given the signal at last. Pull away, Abel Phittim, and thou, Buzi ben Levi. Pull away, for verily the Philistines have either still hold upon the basket, or the Lord hath softened their hearts to place therein a beast of good weight. And the Gizbarim pulled away, while their burthen swung heavily upward through the still increasing mist. Bushohi, as the conclusion of an hour, some object at the extremity of the rope became indistinctly visible. Bushohi was the exclamation which burst from the lips of Ben Levi. Bushohi, for shame! It is a ram from the thickets of Engedi, and as rugged as the valley of Jehoshaphat. It is a firstling of the flock, said Abel Phittim. I know him by the bleating of his lips and the innocent folding of his limbs. His eyes are more beautiful than the jewels of the pectoral, and his flesh is like the honey of Hebron. It is a fatted calf from the pastures of Bashan, said the Pharisee. The heathen have dealt wonderfully with us. Let us raise up our voices in a psalm. Let us give thanks on the shawm and on the psaltery, on the harp and on the hugab, on the cithern and on the sackbut. It was not until the basket had arrived within a few feet of the Gizbarim that a low grunt betrayed to their perception a hog of no common size. Now El Emanu, slowly and with upturned eyes ejaculated the trio, as, letting go their hold, the emancipated porker tumbled headlong among the Philistines. El Emanu, God be with us, it is the unutterable flesh.